Citi recently debuted their new Citi Strata Premier, which is a revamped and rebranded version of their old Citi Premier Card. And in many ways, it's a direct competitor to what has long been regarded as one of the best travel credit cards, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. With these changes, I think the Citi Strata Premier may actually be one of the best travel credit cards on the market in 2024. So in this video, I want to share why I think that is, some of the potential drawbacks, and who this card is really for. First of all, I think that the first thing to look at when weighing up any credit card offer is the welcome offer and how it compares with the annual fee to see how much value we can get out of the card. So, as of the time of this filming, the Citi Strata Premier is offering a limited time 75,000 bonus points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. Now, I expect that in the near future, this offer might go away, and I would expect the standard offer to be somewhere around 60,000 bonus points, as that was the standard offer for the old Citi Premier. With that in mind, the current 75,000 point offer, taken at a rate of 1 cent per point when used in the Citi Travel Portal, results in a value of $750 on the low end. If you value each point at 2 cents per point, which is well within the realm of possibility when using Citi's transfer partners, and the type of redemption you should be looking for, this is valued at $1,500. If the offer were to go down to 60,000 points, using 1 cent per point, this would be $600 on the low end, and more realistically, $1,200 when using transfer partners at 2 cents per point. Now, this card does come with an annual fee of $95, which puts it right in line with competitors like the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey. Taking into account the welcome offer, you're coming out anywhere between $505 and $1,405 ahead in the first year of card ownership. Clearly, this is a lot of value and a big reason why somebody might want to jump on this card, especially with the 75,000 point limited time offer. Looking forward in year 2 and onwards, we need to look at the other ways to get value out of the card, as we won't have the welcome offer to offset the annual fee. This is where the card's spending multipliers really come into play, and honestly, this card offers some great multipliers that I think make it stand out from its competitors. For one, you get 10x points per dollar when using the card to book hotels, car rentals, and attractions through Citi Travel. This means if you book a $300 night at a hotel through the portal, you're earning 3,000 points or at a minimum $30 back. On top of this, if we continue to look at the Strata Premier, you'll see that it also offers 3x back on air travel, other hotel purchases, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, and EV charging stations, and 1x back on everything else. Quite honestly, there aren't many cards that offer this sort of breadth when it comes to multipliers, and in many cases, cards only cover 1 or 2 of these categories. To demonstrate this, I think it will be helpful if we see how this stacks up against the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the gold standard in this credit card tier. The Chase Sapphire Preferred offers 5x back on travel booked through the Chase portal, 3x on dining, online groceries, and select streaming services, 2x back on other travel, and 1x back on everything else. Now, just looking at the two side by side, we can see that the Strata Premier actually gives much more practical multipliers that match or beat the Sapphire Preferred in almost every category. Now, this should be put into context that Chase has arguably this better transfer partner since they have Hyatt, whereas Citi does not, which makes up for its lackluster spending categories, but I do think that the Strata Premier is a strong contender that most people shouldn't overlook. On top of these multipliers, the Strata Premier also comes with an annual $100 hotel benefit that gives you $100 off of a single hotel stay of $500 or more, excluding taxes and fees, booked through Citi Travel. Now, something to note with this is that some people are finding that when booking through Citi Travel, the hotel is actually more expensive than when booked directly through the hotel's booking site. This means your $100 benefit may be less than that. For example, if it's $50 more expensive on the Citi Travel Portal when compared to the hotel website, that you're actually only getting a $50 benefit. However, this is a case-by-case basis, and some people are finding that they are actually seeing better deals when booking through Citi Travel, so this is something you will have to value on your own to really see how much value you get out of this card. Now, to err on the side of caution, let's ignore the welcome offer and the hotel benefit and figure out how much you need to spend to break even on this card. If you're spending in simply 1x categories, then you would solve the equation as $95 divided by 1 point valued at 1 cent per point, or 0.01, leaving you with a break even of $9,500 over 12 months, which works out to roughly $792 a month. If we do our spending in 3x categories, which is entirely possible, then we solve as $95 divided by 3 points at 1 cent per point, or 0.03, equaling $3,167. Over the course of 12 months, this is roughly $264 a month. I think that this is rather achievable given the wide variety of 3x multipliers. It would make breaking even with this card quite easy. Another thing that I like to consider before applying for any credit card with an annual fee is what are the downgrade options in the case that I stop getting value out of the card? And in this case, Citi has great options. I'm not sure there are enough data points to confirm this as the card is still new, but assuming it has the same downgrade options as the previous iteration, then you can downgrade to either the Citi Double Cash or the Citi Custom Cash, which are two of the best no annual fee credit cards out there. The Citi Double Cash offers 2% back on all purchases, and the Custom Cash offers 5% back on your highest eligible spend category. Moving on to some of the other card benefits, Citi has added a few travel protections that include trip delay protection, common carrier trip cancellation and interruption protection, lost or damaged luggage, and master rental coverage, which is car rental insurance. Notably, this master rental coverage is actually secondary coverage to your insurance provider, which isn't as great as other cards that provide primary coverage. As with any good travel card, the Strata Premier also offers no foreign transaction fees, meaning you don't have to worry when traveling abroad. Another major benefit of the Citi Strata Premier is that it gives you access to Citi's various transfer partners. This list includes the following: Cathay Pacific, Aeromexico, Avianca, Emirates, Etihad, Eva Air, Flying Blue, JetBlue, Qantas, Qatar, Thai Airways, Turkish Airlines, Virgin Atlantic, Accor, Choice Privileges, Leaders Club, and Wyndham Rewards. The great thing about these transfer partners is that you have access to all three major airline alliances. The only downside is that the hotel partners do not include Marriott, Hilton, or Hyatt. However, there are still some good redemptions that can be found with Citi's hotel partners. Now, moving on to credit card strategy, this card would work super well in a Citi trifecta setup when paired alongside the previously mentioned Citi Double Cash and Citi Custom Cash. This is because the three of these cards all earn their rewards in the form of Citi Thank You Points, which can then be pooled together to transfer out to transfer partners through the Strata Premier. For example, in this setup, you would use your Strata Premier for purchases in its 3X categories, like air travel, hotel purchases, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, and EV charging stations. The Citi Custom Cash would be used for its 5X back on your top spending category, and the Custom Cash for its 2X back on all other purchases. I think this Citi trifecta has long been overlooked in the credit card game, but this new Strata Premier makes this setup a strong contender. With all this information in mind, who do I think this card is best for? If you're looking for a great all-around travel credit card, this is among the best simply because it offers such great spending multipliers that make it a great one-stop shop. Another type of person I would recommend this to is people who already have the Custom Cash and Double Cash to complete the Citi trifecta and really maximize the value of thank you points you've already earned by using those cards. So overall, I think this is a great entry-level credit card with a justifiable $95 annual fee. And I think this card will begin to get a lot more popular as people realize just how great its multipliers are. With that, please do consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content, and feel free to check out one of my other videos over here. And thank you very much for watching.